Om Shanti. 27th July 2020. Baapdada Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, have mercy for yourselves and continue to follow the Srimad that the Father gives you. The Father's Srimad is, children, don't waste time, act in the right way. Question: what main dharana do the fortunate children have? Answer: the fortunate children wake up early in the morning and remember the Father with a lot of love. They have a sweet conversation with Baba. They are never merciless to themselves. They make effort to pass with honors and make themselves worthy of claiming a kingdom. Om Shanti. You children are sitting in front of the Father. You understand that He is your unlimited Father and that He is giving you Srimad for unlimited happiness. It is sung of Him that He is the merciful one and the liberator. People sing a great deal of praise of Him. The Father says, it is not just a question of praise. It is a father's duty to give directions to his children. The unlimited Father too gives directions. That Father is the highest on high. Therefore, the directions He gives would definitely be the highest on high. It is souls who receive directions. It is souls who perform good and bad acts. At this time, everyone in the world receives directions from Ravan. You children are now receiving directions from Ram, God. By following Ravan's directions, you became merciless and acted wrongly. The Father gives directions. Do good, right acts. The best act is to have mercy for yourself. You souls know that you were very happy when you were Sato Pradhan and that when you received direction from Ravan, you became Tamo Pradhan. The Father now gives these directions. First, stay in remembrance of the Father. Second, have mercy for yourself. The Father does not have mercy for you. He simply gives you Srimad for what you have to do. Have mercy for yourselves. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the purified Father, and you will become pure. The Father advises you how you can become pure. The Father makes impure ones pure. He gives you Srimad. If you do not follow His directions, you are being merciless to yourself. The Father gives this Srimad. Children, don't waste your time. Make the lesson firm that each of you is a soul. Carry on with your business for the livelihood of your body. Nevertheless, you do have to make time and find ways for this. While doing your work, your intellect should be focused on the Father, just as the lover and beloved carry on with their work. The two are in love with one another. It is not like that here. You also remembered Him on the path of devotion. Some ask, how can we remember Him? What form should we remember for the soul and the Supreme Soul? Because it has been remembered on the path of devotion that the Supreme Soul is beyond name and form. However, it isn't like that. It is said that a soul is like a star in the center of the forehead. In that case, why do they ask, what is a soul? A soul cannot be seen but is something to be understood. A soul can be understood and the Supreme Soul can also be understood. It is a very subtle thing. It is even more subtle than a firefly. You don't even know how it leaves a body. There is a soul. One has a vision of that. What if someone does have a vision of a soul? It is as subtle as a star. Consider yourselves to be a soul and remember the Father. Just as there are souls, so the Supreme Soul is also a soul. However, God is called the Supreme Soul. He doesn't enter the cycle of birth and death. That soul is said to be supreme because he is beyond birth and death. However, all souls have to become pure and then go back home to the land of liberation. It is also number-wise, who have the parts of heroes and heroines. Souls are all number-wise. In a play, some actors receive a high income, whereas others receive a low income. The Lakshmi and Narayan souls are said to be supreme human souls. Although everyone does become pure, each one plays a number-wise part. Some become great kings, some servants, and some subjects. You are actors. You know that all of those deities are number-wise. If you make effort well and become elevated souls, you will claim a high status. You have now remembered how you have taken 84 births. You now have to go to the Father. You children have this happiness and also this intoxication. You all say that you will become Narayan from an ordinary human, that you will become the masters of the world. In that case, you have to make effort accordingly. The status you receive is number-wise according to the effort you make. Everyone has received a part, number-wise. This drama is predestined. The Father is now giving you elevated directions. No matter how, you must remember the Father so that you can be absolved of your sins and you can become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. There is a huge burden of sin on your head. Those sins have to be removed here in whatever way possible. Only then will you souls become pure. It is souls that have become Tamo Pradhan. Therefore, it is the souls that have to become Sato Pradhan. At this time, Bharat is the most insolvent. This play is based on Bharat. Others simply come to establish a religion. At the end, everyone becomes Tamo Pradhan by taking rebirth. You become the masters of heaven. You know that Bharat was a very elevated land. It is now so poor. Everyone helps the poor. Bharat now continues to beg for everything. Earlier, so much grain was exported from this land. Now that it has become poor, it is receiving return service. Whatever was taken is now being given back on loan. The names Krishna and Christian sound similar. Christians took Bharat over. Now, according to the drama, they will fight among themselves and you children will receive the butter. It isn't that Krishna had butter in his mouth. That was just written in the scriptures. The whole world comes into Krishna's hands. You become the masters of the whole world. You children know that you are becoming the masters of the world. Therefore, you should have so much happiness. You have multi-millions at every step. It wasn't the kingdom of only one Lakshmi and Narayan. There was also their dynasty, was there not? The king, queen and subjects all had multi-millions at their feet. There was countless wealth there. No one there committed a sin for money. There was plenty of wealth there. There is a play about Aladdin's magic lamp. Allah is the one who establishes the first religion, the religion of deities. He gives liberation in life in a second. A vision is received in a second. Limitless treasures have been portrayed. In her visions, Meera would be dancing with Krishna. That was the path of devotion. There is nothing of the path of devotion here. You will go to paradise in a practical way and rule the kingdom as your fortune. On the path of devotion, there are just visions. It is at this time that you children have a vision of your aim and objective. You know that is what you are to become. Because you children forget this, you are given badges. You have now become the children of the unlimited Father. You should experience so much happiness. Repeatedly make this firm. However, because of opposition from Maya, that happiness flies away. Continue to remember the Father and how Baba is making you into the masters of the world, and your intoxication will rise. However, Maya makes you forget. Then, one sin or another is committed. You children remember that you have taken 84 births. No one else takes 84 births. You have to understand that. To the extent you remember the Father, you will accordingly claim a high status. However, you have to make others equal to yourself and also create subjects. Charity begins at home. When people go on a pilgrimage, they set off by themselves. Then they ask their friends and relatives to accompany them. You should also explain to everyone with love. Not everyone will understand. In the same home, the father would understand and the child wouldn't. No matter how much some parents tell their children not to attach their hearts to the old world, those children won't listen to them. They cause so much distress. Those who are saplings and belong here will come and understand. Look how this religion is being established. Other founders of a religion don't form a sapling. They come down from up above. Their followers also continue to follow them down. That one carries out establishment. Then he purifies everyone and takes them back home. This is why he is called the Satguru and the Liberator. There is only one true Guru. Human beings can never grant anyone salvation. There is only the one bestower of salvation for all. He is called the Satguru. He makes Bharat into the land of truth. Ravan then makes it into the land of falsehood. They tell lies about the Father and the deities. That is why the Father says, "Hear no evil." This world is now called a brothel. The golden age is called the temple of Shiva, Shivalaya. Human beings don't understand anything. They simply continue to follow their own dictates. So much fighting and quarreling goes on. A son wouldn't hesitate to beat his mother. A husband wouldn't hesitate to beat his wife. They continue to kill one another. When a son sees that his father has a lot of wealth and is not giving it to him, he doesn't hesitate to kill him. This world is so dirty. What are you now becoming? Your aim and objective is in front of you. You simply used to say, "Oh purifier, come and purify us." You didn't say, "Come and make us into the masters of the world." God, the Father, establishes heaven. So, why are we not in heaven? Ravan has made you into residents to hell. Because the duration of the cycle has been said to be hundreds of thousands of years, everyone has forgotten. The Father says, "You were the masters of heaven." Having been around the cycle, you have now become the masters of hell. Now once again the Father is making you into the masters of heaven. He says, "Sweet souls, children, remember the Father and you will become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan." It has taken you half the cycle to become Tamo Pradhan. It could even be said to be the whole cycle because your degrees have continued to decrease from the beginning. No degrees now remain. They, devotees, say, "I am without virtue. I have no virtues." The meaning of this is so clear. There is an organization here called Nirgun Balak, children without virtues. Otherwise, children who aren't even aware of vice are said to be even more elevated than great souls. Great souls are aware of the vices. This is why they even speak wrong words. Maya has made everyone completely unrighteous. They study the Gita. They even quote, God speak, lust is the greatest enemy. It causes sorrow from its beginning, through the middle to the end. Yet people create so many obstacles to your becoming pure. They become so upset when their child won't get married. The father says, you children have to follow Srimad. Those who are not going to become flowers will not listen to you, no matter how much you explain to them. Sometimes when children say that they won't get married, their parents commit so many atrocities. The fathers say, when I create this sacrificial fire of knowledge, so many obstacles are created. They don't even give you 3 feet of land. Simply remember the Father, according to his directions, and become pure. You don't have any other difficulty. Simply consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. Just as each of you soul has incarnated in your own body, so the Father too has incarnated in this body. How could he have incarnated in a crocodile or a fish? They insult him so much. They say that God is in every particle. The Father says, they defame me and the deities. I have to come. I come and give you children your inheritance once again. I give you your inheritance and Ravan curses you. This is a game. When someone doesn't follow Srimad, it is understood that this fortune is not so elevated. Those who have this fortune will wake up early in the morning and remember Baba and talk to Baba. When you consider yourselves to be souls and you remember the Father, you will be absolved of your sins. Your mercury of happiness will also rise. Those who pass with honors become worthy of claiming the kingdom. It isn't just Lakshmi and Narayan who rule the kingdom. There is a dynasty. The Father says, your intellects are now becoming so clean. This is called the company of the truth. Satsang. There is only one satsang in which the Father gives you true knowledge and makes you into the masters of the land of truth. It is only at the confluence age of the cycle that you receive the company of the truth. In the golden age, there is no type of satsang. You are the spiritual salvation army. You take the boat of the world across. It is the Father who salvages you and gives you Srimad. Your praise is very great. The praise of the Father and Bharat is limitless. The praise of you children too is limitless. You become the masters of the Brahman and also the masters of the world. I simply become the master of Brahman. You are doubly worshipped. I do not become a deity that I would be doubly worshipped. Each one of you understands this knowledge, number-wise, and makes effort with that happiness. There is so much difference in how you study. In the golden age, there is the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. There are no advisors there. Lakshmi and Narayan are called a goddess and god. Would they ever take advice from an advisor? Advisors are appointed when kings become impure. At present, it is government of the people by the people. You children have disinterest in this old world. It is said, knowledge, devotion and disinterest. Only the spiritual Father gives you this knowledge. No one else can teach this. Only the Father is the purifier, the bestower of salvation for all. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Baapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Essence for dharana, point number 1. Together with remembering the Father, also do the service of making others equal to yourself. Charity begins at home. Explain to everyone with love. Point number 2. Have unlimited disinterest in this old world. Hear no evil, see no evil. You are the children of the unlimited Father, therefore remain in the happiness of the infinite treasures He gives you. Blessing. May you become greatly fortunate by making your fortune for the whole cycle with a deal of a second. May you become greatly fortunate by making your fortune for the whole cycle with a deal of a second. You have received the blessings at the time of confluence of making as much fortune as you want and how you want, because the Father, the bestower of fortune, has put the key of making fortune in your hands. Even the last one can go fast and come first. For this, in the expansion of service, simply practice making your stage its essence in a second. The moment you receive the direction to become a master seed in a second, it should not take you any time. With this deal of a second, you can make your fortune for the whole cycle. Slogan. Make the atmosphere powerful with your double service, and the elements of matter will become your servants. Make the atmosphere powerful with your double service, and the elements of matter will become your servants. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.